I wanted the soundtrack to be a total work of art. Like, I wanted it to be something that sounded like one song that moved fluidly through the other song, and it was almost a whole work of art, like a whole piece that you listened to that kind of told the story. And it was important that we had music that was influenced by the book, because as we were writing the book, we listened to a lot of other music. There was Drake, there was Portishead. At one time, there was a lot of Megadeth that I listened to, Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, D'Angelo, the Voodoo album as well. So I just wanted it to sound like a gumbo of all of the sounds that we that I listened to. So when we first came up with the concept of doing a soundtrack, the first people I thought of were the Breathe Easy team, just because everything that comes out of there is super dope. I mean, there's other people in our area, there's other people that I know of, but these were the first guys I thought of to do it. And I know one of the things about Kev is, I always call him Coach K, because whenever I'm doing something, he can coach me into making it authentic, I think, or being an honest critic. And then when you put both of them together, it's pretty dynamic.
My cousin and I are a production team called Breathe Easy Music Group. And so we worked with Paul and Brian in the past on some other projects. And we've established a business relationship with them. And whenever they need some music for any of their projects, they come to us. And it so happened that Brian started writing a book, and we got the idea about adding music to the book. And so Paul came to us, and we were down for it. And from there, I mean, we just took our steps into being creative and making things happen.
You know, they were talking about doing this book for a while, but actually, it started to come to light. And they were like, we just like what you do. We like, the passion, and we like the creativity that you have in music. So we just want to find some way to work together. So that's pretty much how I got involved.
It was very important for me to have people that were from right here in Ann Arbor or Detroit area. And I really wanted that. I really wanted that feeling. I really wanted that sound. I mean, this is our city. If I could, I would have everybody that I knew from Pine Lake to do it. Buff has always been a dude for me that was a standout guy, as far as like, even with the Black Opera stuff and with Athletic Mike League and with his own projects. I just think he's a dynamic artist. He's witty. He's quick. His rhyme scheme is different from anybody else's that I've seen, and he to me, in my eyes, he's a superstar.
They approached me to be a character in the book. I don't think I knew at the beginning exactly how that would play out, what role I would be, quote unquote, playing. And they told me that the role was King Sal, who happened to be kind of like the main character. I was definitely honored. I was excited. I had never been approached to do anything like that before this opportunity, so it was fun. It was fun.
So we had to make music around the character, so it fit the character and it would bring the character alive.
And I had an idea of how I wanted to sound, and I just presented them the music for it. And they kind of together. From there, we kind of worked together on what we were gonna do as far as making the music. I would say the only person that gave me some problems was Paul. He had it. Sometimes our visions didn't see eye to eye, but it ended up coming together.
Even when Mass and I first did the Keno song, I think we did another one. I was like afraid, not really afraid, but I was like, man, here this goes. And I gave it to Brian, like, I don't know what you think about this accent and all that stuff. Is it authentic? And dude was like, yeah, man, that is so dope. And I was like a little kid, like, really? You like it? You really like it?
The music adds another dimension to the story. So when you're reading the book, you read the lyrics to the music, and then you actually listen to the music. It brings the story to life in a way that we had never seen before. And honestly, after it was all done, I was really surprised at the effect of it. I just felt like I was transported into that location, or right into the scene. So it came out a lot better than I even imagined it would be.
I think a younger generation and an older generation could see eye to eye on, which I don't think we get that a lot nowadays. So.
It was a lot of fun. I'm glad I was a part of it. and I think it's something that's needed in culture in general. It's different, it's new, but it's still hip hop. So.